Scandinavian Bob here, hi. Let's take a look at 5 things I have found helpful for reducing blue balls on NoFap. Number 1. Go down in a squat position. Feet shoulder width apart or a bit wider, and then stay down for about a minute or so while you're breathing deeply, and try to relax as much as possible as you breathe deep down into your balls, as Elliot Hawes would say. This relaxes your pelvic floor and actually can be really effective for reducing the blue ball feeling. Number 2. Try cooling your balls. Yes, it actually works. You can take a few ice cubes or something else that's cold out of your refrigerator and cool down your balls for 10 minutes or so. Now, if you use ice cubes, then do not put the ice directly on your skin, as you don't want to cause freeze damage, but put a small piece of fabric in between, a sock or whatever you can find. Number 3. Cold showers. Yes, if you don't want to mess around with ice, then nothing works its magic than cooling down your whole body with a cold shower. Compared to the last tip, this has the added benefit of shocking your whole system, which is pretty much guaranteed to create a state change of your mind, leading your thoughts away from the nether regions. Which leads me to the next tip. Number 4. Shift your focus. The more you think about your blue balls, the worse it actually gets. Yes, this is 100% true. Here you have basically 2 options, because you can't not think of your balls, as that won't work. So you either have to think of something else, distract yourself, or then you have to surf the feeling you have down there. And by surfing, I mean that you allow yourself to feel it in a relaxed way without judging the situation as bad until the energy goes out of the feeling. If you don't resist it and do this in a relaxed way, it is actually really effective. Number 5. Lift heavy weights. This probably works because the Valsalva maneuver that you engage in during lifting can temporarily increase blood pressure and intra-abdominal pressure. This can then affect various parts of the body, including the pelvic area. Number 6. Drink a lot of water. Yes, I know I said 5 tips at the start of the video, but I actually decided to give you all a bonus tip here. Yeah, so I have personally found it helpful to drink plenty of water so that I can go to the bathroom pretty often. For some reason that seems to help ease the feeling, at least for me. If you found this helpful, then consider subscribing for more, because as a guy who has been involved in the NoFap, no PMO community for 12 years now, I have a lot of tips to share related to things like this. And speaking of PMO, remember now, you don't have to do NoFap hard mode or retention in order to overcome a problematic relationship with adult sites. The tips I shared today were for those who for whatever reason also want to refrain from busting nuts on top of staying away from adult sites. So it's entirely up to you, whatever way you choose to reboot. And speaking of adult content, if you're stuck in the grips of those, then you might want to check out a video I made a while back where I talk about how I personally overcame my own addiction to those. You can see that video on the screen right here. Just take a look at that and you'll see exactly what I mean.